Good morning, African Confessions. I am back with another episode. There is a message that I want to share with you guys that was forwarded to me by one of our admins. The message reads like this. Hello, how are you? I want to share my own story. It is more like a testimony of my life. I am a young girl who is aged 22 years. But what happens to me is that I keep on having these visions. I started having these visions, I think, when I was still a young girl, maybe around 7 years. That is when I still remember that I started having all of these visions. All of these visions started when one day I saw a very big snake. I was at home. My mom and my dad, they had gone to work, but my mom and dad, they were not working for someone because my dad is a businessman. When I saw this snake inside the house, I called out to my siblings and I also called our maid, and our maid came. Then we all saw the snake together. This snake, it was inside my parents' bedroom. So my maid then called our parents because we were scared. It was a very big snake, like a python. After that, we also called the gardener because we wanted to find a way to kill this snake before it could get out of the bedroom. But our parents told us not to call the neighbors or to call anyone. They told us we just had to close the door. But the problem was that the window to their bedroom was opened. But we didn't close that door because we were afraid that if we closed the bedroom door, then that snake will climb out of the window. Then it will just vanish. So we didn't close the door. We just stood there whilst we were staring at that snake. But what surprised us was that no matter how hard we tried to scream at that snake, even to try to hit it with a stick, it didn't even move or do anything. It kept on looking at us without moving, without making any sounds at all. Then when my parents came back and when they saw that in the hallway we had gathered a lot of sticks and stones, they were quite angry. And on that day, that is when I saw how my father becomes when he is angry, because he then fired the gardener and the maid. And I don't even understand why my father ended up firing his workers simply because we had gathered a lot of sticks and stones in the hallway because we wanted to kill that snake. He just said, I told you to close the door. Why didn't you follow my command? When my father was speaking with our maid and our gardener, he was shouting at them and they went, then they packed their clothes. He then gave them money. I still remember that it was a salary for 3 months. Then they left our house. When those people had left our house, I still remember that my father then walked into his bedroom and he closed the door behind him. But what happened to the snake afterwards, I don't even remember. All that I remember, Brother Nash, is that I started having all of these dreams when I was still a young girl. I will be playing with a snake, and it was that same snake that I saw in my father's bedroom because it is yellow in color. Each and every night when I'll be sleeping, I'll have this weird dream and I'll be playing with this snake. Sometimes we'll be playing whilst we were in the forest, but whenever I'll be playing with this snake, it seemed as if I'll be one with that snake. When I was in high school, that is when I started dating this other guy that I loved. But this guy, he just broke up with me after telling me that each and every night he is being chased by a snake. At that time, I didn't understand. I was just a teenager who was in love with her boyfriend. I didn't even understand it when he told me that he had to break up with me so that he can save his life because he kept on having all of these scary nightmares. Each and every night he would be chased by a snake. Sometimes he would tell me that we would be kissing each other in his dream, but suddenly I would transform and become a snake. then that snake would try to swallow him. So from my high school years, I didn't get to date another boyfriend. I don't even know why. I just thought that maybe boys were afraid to approach me because they know that my dad is a rich man. I then went to college. When I was in college, that is when I met a girl, and this girl, she was also of my age. She came from a rich family as I am. And me and her, we clicked and we became the best of friends. When I became friends with this girl, I didn't know that even her family, they were also ritualist, and she was aware of everything that was taking place at her home. So I started telling her all of my dreams. I told her everything that had happened to me ever since I was a young girl, why no man even dares to approach me. And then she started telling me that everything that was happening to me, it was quite normal. She then suggested that since there is no man who is approaching you, how about you and me date each other? I was like, how is that possible? Because you and I, we are both women. How can we date each other? Then she started telling me all of these things that she also experienced, and she confessed to me that everything that was happening to me, it means that my father is someone who is involved in these rituals, and it is not a bad thing because my father did all of these sacrifices so that I can live a happy life. She asked me, are you not happy? Don't you have everything that you want in life? Did your father not send you to a good school? Each and every night, don't you have the freedom to go out and party with other rich people? And I said, yes, I have everything that I want. My father provides for me everything that I want. And she was like, so why are you complaining? But I said, I am not complaining. All that I wish for is if I could date a man. I don't want to date a girl like me. Then she said, it is fine, but you will find out that your father is a ritualist with all the things that you are telling me. Then she told me that I had to enjoy my dreams. That girl, she taught me of this thing that is called lucid dreaming. She said that, do you know that you can actually be awake when you are dreaming? Like you will be in your dreams and you'll be controlling everything that will be happening in your dreams. So ever since I was a young girl, I kept on having those nightmares because each and every time when I'll be dreaming about that big snake, I was so scared. Most times I would wake up and I will sit throughout the night because I will be afraid of having the same dream over and over again. But that girl then taught me that we all have the powers to control our dreams. She started teaching me about this lucid dreaming. So I started practicing, especially in the afternoons. She told me that it is the easiest for you to control your dreams. The more that I practice this thing of lucid dreaming, the more that I am enjoying my dreams. Brother, I don't even want to lie. Even here on YouTube, I have learned a lot of stuff from other people who know this thing of lucid dreaming. So what I do now is that I give myself time because I don't have anything to do much when I am at home, especially in the afternoons. I just take an afternoon nap so that in my dreams I can meet with that snake. And now I don't know if I am falling in love with this snake or what. When I was on YouTube, I learned a lot of stuff from other people who know everything about this thing called lucid dreaming. Ever since I started to master that thing of lucid dreaming and taking control of my dreams, that is when I saw that the snake that had been troubling me in my dreams and giving me nightmares, it doesn't chase after me at all. Now it transforms itself and it becomes a very handsome man, and me and that snake, it's like we date each other in my dreams. The way that I am enjoying all of this lucid dreaming, I don't think that I will ever stop, because when I am dreaming, I can control everything that will be happening to me. My brother, can you please post for me? In my dreams, when I started dating that snake that transformed and it became a handsome man, in real life, the desire to be with a man, it's like a switch was just turned off. I don't even want to be with a man. I just want to be with myself. Even that girl, when she kept on suggesting that we should date each other, I told her that now I am in love with myself. That is all that I want in this world. I have a lot of toys that I use whenever I feel like I need a man right next to me. This is my own story, my brother. Please post for me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that I received from one of our listeners. It was a message that was forwarded to me by our admins. Lucid dreaming. What is this thing called lucid dreaming? Please let us speak about this issue in the comment section. I'll be back with another episode.